And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be getting the 210 Relic. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So guys, this has taken me a lifetime to grind out. But I finally have the 10 shells. I actually grinded 20 ores before they nerfed it. 10 seeds and 20 bones, even though I only need 10. So what you now need to do, if you got this far, maybe like 7 months ago, you come right here to 21.5 and more donor, and you talk to Christiana. And from her, you buy the materials. So you also need these items. So 4 adamantite Francesca, 4 titanium alloy mirrors, 4 dispelling arrows, and 4 king cakes. And again, this was nerfed. So before, you used to require loads more of them, and they had to be high quality. Now you require 4 and a normal quality. And you can buy them as well for 5,000 Grand Company seals each. You don't even have to craft them. So this is like the least crafting I've ever done for crafted materials. So let's exchange. Hand over, trade. That's 1. Exchange. Boom, boom. 2. So guys, this really took a very long time to grind out, mostly because I've been playing other games, but also because I just was dedicated to leveling up my other characters, my other classes, before grinding out the relic. So I finally have all the materials, so now I can go back to Geralt in Aziz La, and we can turn it in and get the 210. And in this episode as well, I will be able to skip straight to the 220, because I've already gathered the materials with the 220 relic as well. So sorry guys that this video is several months late. It's just a case of I had other things to do. And I do want to finish the relic eventually, like I did with the Zeta in around Reborn, but I'm just generally I'm not as motivated for this relic as I was in around Reborn. Anyway, so here's Geralt. Let's see what he has to say. So getting everything we need, good. Hand it all over, the weapon too. So Ardisha's ready to work on the Soulstone, and he won't shut up about it. At least now it'll all be over. Yeah, it took way too long. So we're handing over the weapon. Obviously you need to make sure you're wearing another weapon when you're handing this one over. So hand over. And then let's hand over the rubber, the carbon coat, the catalyst, and the divine water. Hand over. So good on you, last. Now then, let us make a weapon, eh? So let's complete. So that'll be the 210 relic, and we'll assume we'll get a cutscene when he's doing it. Yep. Absolutely. Finally. Jeez. You're tired? So I can't say I've ever forged something quite so extraordinary. A weapon fit for your growing anima. Nay, something more than that. That smile. So, a beauty worthy of ballads. Ukonvasara. The gods themselves would be jealous for an act so fine. The gods might have died of old age at this point. Nice. For the Horde! Well, that's a thumbnail right there. Oh yeah, the Anima's back alive. Thank you. Nice. So they did at least greet us with a nice long cutscene, given how long it actually takes to grind this part of the relic. So wait till Rowena takes a gander at this. We keep this up and she'll be giving me notes of promise. Whatever that means. To be honest, I once questioned what use I had for a drunkard with a hammer, but you're proving yourself to be quite the competent blacksmith when you're sober. So Mithrie, I am at a loss on how to express my thanks. You look danger in the eye, unflinching, risking life and limb to help me. I hope someday I can repay your kindness. Sure, she carried it around a bit, but I made the damn thing. Don't I deserve a little more than left-handed compliments? Isn't it right-handed? So what? The anima manifested again? When? Did they not see it? I thought they were laughing at it. But I didn't see anything. Are you certain? I thought they saw it. I thought that's why they were laughing. Why is it that only you are able to see the anima when it chooses to present itself? Maybe it's got no interest in the likes of you. I suppose the anima is not yet strong enough. Perhaps one day, after it has fully matured, we too will be able to behold its wonders. This calls to mind Travarian literature on Zodiac Braves, legendary heroes who wielded arms of unparalleled strength. But soon they will tell tales of a new legend, of you and your anima weapon. Now, don't be getting ahead of yourself, lad. There's no denying its beauty, but there's still room for improvement. Is it a boy or a girl? I just don't know. Please tell me in the comments down below. He said she, now he says he. It looks like a girl, it could be a boy. I'm very confused. Yeah, you just said the anima ain't fully matured yet. Got a ponytail. Looks like a girl. So I do not need you to remind me of such things. I have kept a rather comprehensive account of everything we have done thus far. With all the data I have collected, it's only a matter of time before the next step in fostering the anima is clear. It's like Saya during the Hildebrand quest. Is that a boy or a girl? It's a boy that looks like a girl. Which reminds me, Mithrie, if you would care to read over my notes on our work, you're more than welcome to pore over them at your leisure. They are on the table just over there. Aye, that's the way, lad. Every step that brings us closer to finishing this bleeding weapon brings me a step closer to life free from debt and that gill-swindling wench, Rowena. He loves Rowena. Don't lie. Okay, your weapon has been forged anew. The anima strength blossoms. Nice. So we got the achievement, Anima Crossing. It's about flipping time. Flippity flippity flip flip. So if we can, and we also got the Animaniac Ukonvasara. So okay, let's see. So where's the next? How do I start the next weapon? Finding your voice. What's this? We see an anima weapon for a warrior. Okay. Oh, okay. So this actually upgrades it to 230. So the quest is called Finding Your Voice. Ardisha has made a breakthrough in the study of the anima. Changing classes will prevent progress during this quest. Okay, no problem. So we have made remarkable progress, Mithrie, but our work is far from over. If we are to create a truly free-thinking weapon, we must first empower the anima to do more than utter a few unintelligible words to its wielder. Moreover, it must be encouraged to recognize you not only as the rightful owner of the weapon, but also as a companion to whom can turn for guidance. A companion who senses its presence where no other can. Why am I struggling to read this? Quite why that should be is a question which confounded me for some time. It was only after spending countless days poring over my notes that the answer came to me. In my efforts to predict the anima's rate of growth, I realized that I had overlooked an important variable, you, my friend, which is why I took the liberty of investigating you and your dealings in Eorzea. You are possessed of a rare power known to some as the Echo, are you not? Yes, I am. I have read that it conveys a preternatural, I don't know what that means, sensitivity to the psyches of others. And what is the anima but a nascent psyche? Speak English, dude, please. So you're saying you've got to have special powers just to see the bloody thing? All these big words I don't understand. So special powers, what only a handful of folks have got. Well, that's just great. That is. Even if Mithrie and her Echo sporting mates buy 10 weapons each, they ain't like to spend the sums Rowena's got in mind, meaning me debts are set to be unpaid, unless of course you've thought of a solution. As a matter of fact, I have. Unlike the quasi-souls of golems and other constructs, the anima is unique in that it was created using the pure ethereal energies of astral and umbral nodules. As such, it bears no residual imprint of another psyche, and therefore possesses the potential of cognizance and growth. Okay, so having no reason to desire to grow, golems can typically subsist almost indefinitely on the energies of their initial ethereal infusion. This is what happens when you have two non-English parents teaching you English. So the anima, however, is quite different. Being in a state of constant development, it requires a constant supply of aether, and while it is capable of sustaining itself by drawing upon the naturally occurring aether of its immediate surroundings, I have theorized that the cause of its marked growth to this point is in fact its close proximity with you, Mithrie. Your weapon serves as a conduit between you and the anima, feeding its energy at a steady albeit slow pace. If we could somehow improve the weapon's conductivity, I am certain it would promote faster growth, enhancing the anima's ability to communicate. But that's not all. Should we improve the conductivity sufficiently, the resultant strengthening of the connection between anima and wielder could, in theory, facilitate communication even in the absence of the Echo, felling two birds with but a single stone. Which is where you come in, Jorol. Do you think you can improve the ethereal conductivity of our anima's lodgings? If I have some aether oil. I can't bloody well say no now, can I? I reckon I should be able to get the aether flowing a bit freer between Mithrie and the anima, but it'll come at a cost. So by improving the weapon's conductivity, it'll become extra sensitive to anyone touching it, and that includes me when I'm pounding on it with me hammer. My energies pouring into the anima could muddle up whatever relations Mithrie's already got with it. I mean, if the bloody thing was to take after me instead of old Mithrie here. Yes, I will not deny that after taking after a man of your character could certainly prove problematic. But how would you go about preventing such contamination? Contamination? Cheeky little shite. Any anima'd be lucky to take after me. Just not this one, on account of how it's Mithrie's. Don't go worrying your pretty little head anyway, cause unlike you, I think my plan's through. It's a matter of making me tools impossible to aether, in case you're wondering. Luckily, I've done somewhat similar before. While I was working with another annoying scholarly type, we developed a little trick called soul glazing. It's used to insulate weapons, but me tools shouldn't be no different. Of course, I didn't actually make the soul glaze myself, but I've got a fair idea what might stand in for it. According to the glowing ball I was talking to, the Allegans used something called aether oil in their metalworking, and it did pretty much the same job. So it's sure to be rare, expensive, or a bit of both, but you got experience with this sort of thing, don't you, lass? So run along and find us 5 pots of aether oil for me hammer and anvil, will ya? We've got none of us getting any younger. So I am, of course, grateful to you for identifying a solution. It is but a pity you did not think to ask this glowing ball of yours where to acquire it. Mayhap next time you could think your plan through a little more, yes? I apologise for this gross imposition, but I fear we must have the aether oil if we are to proceed. In the meantime, Geralt and I will continue researching of how best to foster the Anima's development. Cool. Now, in order to get aether oil, you can either spend 1,000 poetics per item, or you can do the weekly quest Gift of the Arch Magus, which involves doing Labyrinth of the Ancients, the Psyker's Tower, World of Darkness, and each week it will give you an aether oil. Now, because I've been doing this for ages, I've actually already got 8 of them. I only need 5 to finish the quest. You see here? Aether oil, 8. So it says, born of Allegan ingenuity, this aether chemical oil can be applied to metal to lower its ethereal conductivity. So that's why I can skip this part of the quest, because I knew in advance to get it all done. So we shall set to work as soon as you return with the aether oil. It is 5 pots we require, don't forget. Oh, and do remember to bring the weapon itself. We shall struggle to proceed without that. So let's hand over the weapon, hand over the 5 aether oils. Done. So let's ignore all the weeks in between. Let's assume like we did it instantly because we're pro. Well done, friend. While you were abroad acquiring these, we saw to the rather less onerous matter of our own preparations. In the process, we happened upon an archive with a particularly riveting selection of texts on aether chemical research that may well prove useful to the future. Alas, I was only able to steal a few cursory glances at their contents, as Geralt was intent upon sneaking off to drown himself in ardent spirits. Would that he were as keen to immerse himself in his work. Pious little prick. A young'un like you wouldn't understand. It's me muse, me inspiration. All me best ideas come after drowning somewhat strong. Is that right? Then what a pity you abstained for as long as you did. Had you only been a little more inebriated, perhaps you would have devised a plan which didn't involve putting Mithrie to such trouble. So show your goblin coat and anvil with your aether oil before I crack one of them pots over your head. So there, applying the oil was much easier than I expected. How did you fare with your hammer? She's oiled up and ready for action. There's no telling how long the coat oil will last though. Time to get pounding. So please do be careful, Geralt. Mithrie went to great lengths to procure that oil. I would not have her go to all that trouble again through any error on our part. I want to do it again anyway. So I think you're forgetting who you're talking to, lad. My only error is making weapons what are too good for their owners. Present company accepted, of course. Besides, I downed a bottle of the good stuff not long ago. Never felt better. Well, I'm glad to hear. Wait, did you say a bottle? A whole bottle? 7 hells, man. I cannot in good conscience allow you to work in your condition. Bah, don't be daft. It weren't bad stuff. At least I don't think it was. I found it when you were reading. All about them Aether comical was names. Any road, there's only one way to find out how good it really was. It's hammering time. He's already on it. Geralt, I think you have a problem, dude. How is that possible? Such swift, precise movements, and his eyes. Never have I seen them so sharp. He is quite certain it was alcohol he drank and not some manner of invigorating tonic. He's probably going to pass out after this. This is not the drunkard I imagined when Rowena introduced us. Mayhap we should keep another bottle on hand, in case he should be required to craft something else, I mean. So there. A taste of me true talents. Next time maybe you'll believe old Geralt when he tells ye about redeeming power of a stiff drink. Now then, Mithrie, hold her up and see how she feels. Like an extension of your arm, I'll bet. What with the Aether flowing so free. Nice. So, a genuine bona fide bleeding masterpiece fashioned for the realm's greatest adventurer by her greatest living blacksmith, the Hyperconductive Ukonvasara. Magnificent, simply magnificent. You can almost feel her ethereal energies coursing through it. What effect do you suppose this will have on the Anima? Rah! So warm. At last I feel myself. Would you share your Aether, the very essence of your being, to support me? Then I in turn shall do all I can to support you, going wherever you go, even onto the farthest reaches of the realm. If that is, you will take me as your companion. So, Mithrie, I take it the Anima has spoken with you once again. That was a comparatively lengthy exchange, was it not? Far longer, certainly, than the scant whispers you described before. This is progress, my friend. Tangible progress. Should our young charge continue to develop at this rate, it may not be long before Geralt and I can converse with it. At last, our goal of a free-thinking weapon is within reach. Impressed, are we? Well, the animal weapon's just a start. Feast your eyes on this little beauty. Okay. So, while Mithrie was off looking for Aether oil, I went for a little wander, and this thing found me. I mean, I found it. Anyway, seeing as there ain't much of these elegant contraptions can't do, I gave it a recipe for making spirits, and let me tell you, the thing's got a real knack for following instructions. With a bit of work, I reckon we could probably teach it how to make weapons, what look like the animal weapon by the bleeding dozen. They won't be real animal weapons, of course, on account of there being no spirit inside, but you can be sure that they'll still sell. And seeing as how you've helped me get there, I'll even let you have one half price. Can't say fairer than that, eh? Have you no decency? We did not come here to fashion trinkets. We came here to imbue weapons with life. Life that should be respected. Respecting life don't come into it. I came here to pay off me debts, remember? And if that means making a few trinkets, I'll bloody well make 'em. Like it or not, where there's muck, there's money. And I mean to take it. So, drinking may have served to steady your arm, but I see your moral compass remains as wayward as ever. Plainly, there are limits to even alcohol's miraculous powers. So, but let us aside Geralt's scheming for the present. Today marks an important milestone in our collective journey, and in your journey especially, Mithrie. The bond you share with the Anima is stronger than ever. Teach it well, and one day soon the world will look upon your brilliance. Sorry, our brilliance of our animal weapon and wonder. Cool. So that's complete. So your anima is now hyperconductive, fortifying your bond with the spirit within. Nice. So, guys, I'm not going to start the next quest until I actually have all the materials, just so I can record it all at once. So, let's at least equip the new weapon. So we can get rid of this 210-1, because I'll keep it for whatever, but yeah. So we finally have this. And because we're now actually item level 230, it means I can finally go into the last part of Alexander. So let's get it out. Hoorah! So finally have this weapon. Jeez. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.